Robbie the Used dropped his self-titled album titled Robbie the Used. Now, this is Burt McCracken from the Used, his solo project.
Really?
Never would have guessed. Never with the name Robbie the Used. You might need the clarification that it is Burt from the Used. It is his pop side project. This is not a continuation of the Used sound. This is something completely different. I'll let Glory take it away because I saw her Instagram story earlier, and I'm like, she's into this record.
Dude, this record is so fucking good. I still stand by. He made Just a Little Bit for the girls. That's for us. Thank you. That song is so fucking good. I listened to it on loop when I only had like an hour left before the podcast, and I had to listen to like other shit and like review other shit. But I was like, I'm gonna stay right here for just a little bit.
Yeah.
I fucking love this record so much. I think it is so fun. I think it is such a good genre for him to explore with his vocals, just because of how unique his voice is. I think it fits pop so very well, but it still has some elements and kind of like the structure of his rock songs, the Used songs, because I mean, you've been in the band for so long, old habits are gonna fucking die hard. So that's just how it's gonna be. So I think there's still a tiny bit of edge in this bubblegum pop ass shit, and I think it's fucking incredible. My favorite song off of the record is Just a Little Bit. Surprise, surprise. I think all of the singles were incredible, and I think he picked them perfectly because they did hook me in, and I was able to recognize them and go, oh, I like this one a lot. I remember this one. I fucking love Push Me, featuring Sierra Deaton. That could have also been a great single. I think it is, if Just a Little Bit was not on the record at all, because nothing can compete with Just a Little Bit, that is my baby, Push Me would be the best song off the record. I think it is an incredible feature. I think it's catchy as fuck. I think it's an ass shaker, a toe tapper. Genuinely, like, this album blew me away. It, like, surprisingly, I didn't think I was gonna be this into it. But I really fuck with it. Like, I love this shit so much. I need more of this. And I need him to come to Virginia so I can scream just a little bit, like, in his face. And he'll be like, you're a little too into this song. I'll be like, just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah. This is better than I expected to be. The singles obviously were super cool, and Burt is a fantastic vocalist and lyricist, big fan of the Used over here, but this is a genre that we've never heard him do ever. Obviously the Used has taken on more clean singing, especially from Burt as the years have went on, and there's been some vocal problems due to the way he used to scream back on those old records. Turns out those hellish screams are not so good for your voice, and you can't do them for 20 years. So vocally, the band has taken a shift, although they have been going back into that heavy thing with other band members picking it up and features and yada yada. We can go into the band's history another day. But we've never heard him do pop music. No. So I always thought the premise of the project was interesting, and for a while we didn't know what it was going to be. He was just putting out singles, and it had no idea what it was going to turn into, and then it turned into an album, and I was like, this is fucking awesome. This record is fucking cool. He just, the pop thing is done so well. The songwriting is obviously there. Like, there's a reason why the Used have been doing it for so long, and it's not because they're terrible songwriters. Obviously they're all capable songwriters. Burt is part of that. So I expected nothing less from that, but he does a great job of writing really catchy pop songs. Terrible is a fantastic way to open the album. It is also incredibly catchy, but some of my favorites were actually non-singles, with Gold in the Ashes and Something You Can Count On towards the end of the album. And I think, again, The Feels is a fantastic way to close it. Really wraps it all together. But overall, very impressive stuff and incredibly catchy. This is something I will be revisiting, and also didn't expect to enjoy this as much as I did. I had no qualms about Bert and his ability, but I just didn't know how it was going to translate, and it translates very, very well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I completely agree. I fucking love this record. I don't know. I really like this record. Good job, Bert.
Hell yeah. Now, he is taking the pop show to the stage for a handful of dates. If you're on the West Coast, there's 1 or 2 dates over there. And if you're on the East Coast, he's hitting the tri-state, Jersey, New York, and Philly. So you got a handful of opportunities to catch it. Don't know, how often he's going to perform live with this side project. So if you got the opportunity to go, you should. It's also crazy to see, him playing these very tiny rooms. All of the rooms are about 500 cap, where the used obviously does a lot bigger. So I was planning to go before I heard the album, solely on the fact that getting to see Bert from the Used in a 500 cap room is not something you get to see every day. But now, the icing on the cake is that the album is fucking incredible, and I'm stoked to hear most of, if not all of it, live. I don't know what else he could play besides the album, but I guess we'll find out.
Maybe a lot of covers.
The Used covers.
Yeah. Yeah.